Yeah.
And then Baby Spice was the youngest.
Anyways, getting back to
the one for the pedophiles.
What?
What?
Pigtail Spice.
Baby Spice.
Baby Spice.
Oh no.
What do you know?
Leave the Spice Girls alone.
Get out of here, Lindsay Lohan, jungle freak.
They're homeschool jungle freak.
Oh, my apologies. Homeschool jungle freak. What's up?
I think we did like the same thing. This is Under the Bleachers. I'm AJ.
I'm Tez.
And
I'm the intern.
The intern is over there.
Yeah, she's not on camera.
No.
Maybe one day you'll see her.
One day.
I'll send a picture of her eating tacos too. That's what we pay her.
Also, we pay her an education. We're just schooling her on the Spice Girls, which she knows nothing about.
Nothing about.
Today we're going to be talking about Pokemon
urban legends,
or myths, or trivia.
I was really hoping we were going to say that at the same time. It didn't really work out.
We'll
get there.
Because I wanted to add on, because it could also be facts and trivia and just
it's just random, Pokemon stuff.
Yeah,
stuff.
But
games, TV show, mostly the games.
Urban legends is fine.
Yeah.
Urban legends. Moving on. We are also, as is the norm of the show, we're trying some beers. We're not sponsored by any of them.
Nope, especially because I don't speak Japanese.
Please don't drink and drive. Drink responsibly. Be over 21.
Yeah.
21 and over.
21 and over. Unless you're in a country where they allow you to drink when you're younger, then that's,
Yeah, then
do what's legal. Do what's legal.
And just be responsible. But we got some Japanese beers, and I think you can probably speak to them a little more than I can.
Okay, so the one that we currently have in our glasses is the Kawaba. I want to say it's Snowweizen, mostly because German, but I know it's a wheat beer. It's a wheat beer. It's refreshing with refreshing and smooth with citrus finish, according to the label. Have you tried it yet? Because it actually is very citrusy.
Yeah, I had some.
Yeah, it has a good citrus flavor.
Pretty good.
And this one is also a Kawaba. It's a Sunrise Amber Ale. Malty and crisp with malt bitterness. Yeah, that sounds like an amber ale. Haven't had it yet, so we're gonna find out.
And at the end of our Pokemon discussion, we will rate our thoughts on the beers.
Mm-hmm.
We'll give you a rating. That is really good.
That's
mouth.
Claps for the intern.
I would clap, but I'm disabled, but in spirit. So, we all know Pokemon is this world with all these fantastical Pokemon. They're creatures, and they have these typings and these abilities, but they also have these crazy backstories.
I would like to say that the rough Japanese translation is pocket monsters, or so that's what I've been told. So in the original Red and Green versions, there's in the first, I would say the Japanese versions and the American versions. So Red and Green, Red and Blue, and Yellow. You have 8 kind of gyms that you have to go through, and a couple of side towns that don't have a gym in it. One of them is Lavender Town. Lavender Town is it's very spooky. There's a bunch of quests involving like ghosts.
That's where ghost Pokemon live.
That's where ghost Pokemon live. That's when you're trying to catch like a Gengar or a Haunter, like that's where you go. You go to Lavender Town. So in the original Red and Green versions from Japan, there's a song that plays, and some of you will recognize it from the Red and Blue versions here in the U.S. Except they did remix it and it's different.
Yeah, the original.
It's a little bit different.
The original was said to for kids who were playing the Game Boy with earphones. It was said to cause some kind of like click in their head that made them want to kill themselves.
Yeah, they were. It's very interesting because they went on this whole thing about how the games were causing children to want to commit suicide. Now, we both listened to it separately, and we both had completely different takes on it.
I was slightly affected when I listened to the original Lavender Town song. I listened to it, I turned everything off, and my sister was in the room, and we both listened to it, and I don't remember if she got affected, but I got affected after a little while. I remember getting kind of lightheaded and kind of like I don't know if you've ever had low blood sugar, but you kind of get like everything starts going dim and your head feels kind of like dizzy. and I felt I felt some of that when I listened to after like a little while into listening to the Lavender Town theme song. And you?
I didn't really feel anything. I felt that it was a little spooky. I remembered playing the game. I think my cousin had a green version. So while he couldn't read it because it wasn't in English,
he just kind of figured it out.
He was just kind of figuring it out, yeah. And I remember playing a little bit of it, and it's not all that different. The game itself, the song though, you're right. It is a little bit different. When I listened to it as an adult, the other day, I didn't really feel anything. It was a little creepy. And I thought about going in there, catching me a ghost Marowak, but that was about it. I couldn't really find any reports on whether or not kids actually killed themselves in Japan. It's a different country. If it did happen, it was most likely published in Japanese, and I can't read Japanese. So I don't know, but if it did happen, that sucks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sucks major.
Yeah, that's really sad.
Moving on.
Yeah.
I've got one.
Okay, go.
I've got one about Mewtwo.
Everyone's favorite character. Yeah.
We all love Mewtwo. We all love Mewtwo. Now we all know Mewtwo is an attempted cloning of the original Mew, but you may notice that they do not look that much alike. And
it's just like their head shape.
Yeah. There's an urban legend, a myth, I would say, that Mewtwo is actually spliced, or he has part human DNA. So he's part Mew, part human. And if you look at the movies that Mewtwo's in, it kind of makes sense. There's like weird talipathic connection with
he
with
talks,
humans.
And it's not like a Meowth talk. It's like he doesn't have a mouth. His mouth isn't moving, but you hear him like in your head. It's crazy. Like
when in one of the movies when he clones all the other Pokemon, they all look exactly like their Pokemon.
Yeah.
So why doesn't Mewtwo look like Mew? In the manga, it is confirmed that Mewtwo is part human, and the human part is actually Blaine, the fire gym leader from Kanto.
Yeah, I have heard that too.
Yeah, and they have some kind of connection. But at the very least in the manga, it's canon that Mewtwo's part human, and also. Rounding out this Mewtwo clone theory, Ditto is said to be an attempted but failed cloning of Mew. Because there's a lot of similarities. Their shiny colors in the games, like the off colors, the shiny, they have the same coloring, Mew and Ditto. Their shiny version is like blue. And
Ditto's just kind of like a blob who can mutate into anything else.
They're the only two Pokemon who can learn transform.
Yeah.
So,
that makes. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Ditto was a failed attempt at cloning Mew, and Mewtwo was a kind of successful part human cloning of Mew.
Oh, that's fun.
Right.
I really like that.
Yeah.
So my second one, it's another kind of Lavender Towny creepy one. So the Pokemon Cubone. If you watch him in the show and even in the game a little bit, he has kind of like a young baby features to him. He seems like just a small little guy, powerful guy,
small baby,
but he's a small little baby guy. So when you find Cubone in the game, you find him kind of centered around again in Lavender Town. You're in Lavender Tower, and at the top of Lavender Tower, you run into a ghost, and it's a ghost Marowak, and so you have to fight the ghost Marowak, and if you win. The ghost goes away, and all the ghosts in the tower go away. But what I read online was that Marowak is actually Cubone's mother. Like that particular ghost Marowak is Cubone's mother.
I've heard this.
And so Cubone wears the skull of his mother on his head, and that's why when you meet Cubone right after that, you see the skull. Intern's frowning because she's upset about it. And the battery died.
Batteries
sorry.
die. That's what they do. Maybe they'll come back as ghost Pokemon.
Oh, I hope so.
Ooh.
Spooky.
Real quick, I'm gonna rate this. What's it called?
So it's the Kawaba. You had the wheat beer.
Yeah, Kawaba Snow Weizen Wheat Beer. I don't know why there's a German-Japanese intersection here.
Yeah.
But let's go with it. I'm gonna rate this 7 out of 10. attempted Mew clones.
Okay. I had both Koabas, the amber and the German. I would rate the wheat beer about, for me, it's about a 5.5 Dead Mama Marowaks. And the amber, I would actually rate probably like a 6.5 Dead Mama Marowaks. What's your favorite Pokemon?
Oh.
Like of all time? Like
of all time?
No, I lied. Not all time because I don't know them. 151. Out of the original 151. Yeah.
So boring.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Bulbasaur's got his place in my heart, man. Well, no, actually, in the Bulbasaur family, Ivysaur is my favorite of the SARs.
Okay.
So, Ivysaur, but also shout out to, like, Ninetales. He's, like, one of my favorite fire Pokemon.
Ooh, Ninetales.
I love Ninetales.
I changed to Ninetales.
Intern also likes Ninetales.
How freaking dare you.
I will throw out there for the people who keep up with all of the current Pokemon. I think my favorite Pokemon of all time is Decidueye from the Sun and Moon. He's the grass starter, the owl. He's half ghost, half grass.
I think I used him.
He's got like a hood. Yeah. Does like an arrow thing with his wing. I think he's so cool. He's like my favorite. But
I did not know how to say that.
Yeah, Decidueye.
Thank you, Decidueye. I got it.
I nicknamed him in my game Robin Hoot.
Oh.
What's your favorite Pokemon?
My favorite Pokemon of all time.
The 151.
Of the 151 is definitely Charizard. Mostly because I relate to him. I as much as I hate people who are angsty, I can be very angsty and not want to talk to anyone. And if they do talk to me, I want to breathe fire on them. And it's just like, yeah, really like Charizard. Charizard is my thing. Yeah.
So that was this episode of Under the Bleachers, Pokemon Urban Myths, Legends, Glitches,
Trivia,
Facts, whatever. What's your favorite Pokemon? Oh, somebody tell me a Pokemon Urban Legend that I don't know. Put it in the comments.
Yeah. Give us as many as possible.
That's fun. Maybe we'll do a second video.
Yeah.
And we'll make it better because we'll be more experienced.
What are your favorite Pokemon games? What are your favorite Pokemon hacks? Should I play more of them? Let me know. I can give it a shot. I think I have like all the consoles, so I can, just go on Amazon, figure it out.
Or what's your favorite Pokemon?
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah.
Should I get a Charizard tattoo?
Oh.
Yes.
I didn't know that was an option.
Should I get a Charizard tattoo? Put it in the comments. Let me know.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Do all the likes so she'll do it. If we get...
I'm sorry, Mom.
If we
what
get...
I was going to say.
If we get
you know my mom.
5,000 likes on this video.
If we get 5,000 likes on this video, I will get a Charizard tattoo. I will not tell you how big it's going to be, but it'll be big enough for where you can tell it's Charizard.
Yeah.
What if we only get 2 likes?
Well, this is over time. I mean, maybe we could accumulate the likes over like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
But once we hit that point, she gonna get it.
As soon as we hit 5,000 likes, boom. I'll figure out somewhere to get it.
Yeah.
But I'll get a freaking Charizard tattoo. This is probably a really bad idea.
Way to sacrifice your body for the views.
I do it for the gram.
So if you did like the video, give that like button a little kiss.
Go ahead and click on those notifications.
And that subscribe button, you can give it a little love tap.
This is Under the Bleachers. We talk about a lot of different nerd stuff and drink a lot of beer.
Yeah, beer stuff.
Beer stuff.
Bye.
Bye.